Okay, let's try this again. 7.5 mercury outboard motor. Pull the carb off. You got 2 bolts right here. Then you're gonna have a fuel line on the top. And then there's a little fuel line that goes on the bottom. And then on top of the carb, you're gonna have the throttle. I'll try and leave it all together. But anyway, I took this apart last time. I didn't have the gaskets. I wanted to use the motor for the weekend, so I put it back together. And when I did, this gasket was leaking on the top. It was blowed out. So I finally got my new kit. I laid them over here. And these are the way the old ones come off. So I'm going to show you how to put it back on there properly. But these gaskets here were extra. These gaskets here are extra. You have to get 2 kits because the original kit does not come with the plastic. There's kind of a rubber gasket, this one here. So you have to order a second kit just to be able to get that one. So anyway, the first one that goes down will be the cardboard. And if you look, there's little tiny pegs that you just slide it right over. And it lays in place. And of course you want these tabs on the bottom. That's why I'm calling the bottom. The throttle's on the top. And then the bowl's on the bottom. Then the next one is this tan one. It lays down just like so. There's really only one way for them to go on. And then here is a little thin plastic rubber one. And notice the tabs on the bottom. Go over the threads here, nice and neat. Make sure it's level. You should be able to see down all the holes. Can't see, yeah, there we go. Then you take this plate and lay right on top. Right in the slots. And then you want to go to the cardboard gasket and lay it next. And then you want to go with the diaphragm might be flipped over here, hold on. Here we go. And then this one goes on top of that. And then you can take your 4 screws and put all that back together. And then after that, you want to take your screen, which won't come in the kit, but it's kind of beveled a little tiny bit. And you want to lay that down like so. And then take your gasket and go over the top of that. Lay it down flat. And then you want to take this, make sure it's clean. And then it's going to go on top of all that. And then you just tighten this all the way down. And then you can use your bowl pretty much explanatory. The curve is on that side next to the screw. And then when I do the bowl, these are the original here. I like to put this one on the outside and this one on the inside. And of course the other ones are spare parts. But anyway, that's how you put it all back together. If you have questions, I can help. Maybe even through email, you can send a video, I can try and help you. But anyway, I'm gonna put these all back together with the new stuff. So good luck, guys. Thanks for watching.